I liked about the workshop, first of all, that it did focus on evidence, because that is something that we often overlook. I think the kind of discussions that we had today is exactly the sort of discussion that we should have in looking forward to Horizon Europe, when we want to be serious about, when we want to get serious about the societal challenges that lie at the root of Horizon Europe. Then we have to have these sorts of discussions where we come from different disciplinary backgrounds and we look at concrete challenges before us. And I thought this was very helpful today. I like the atmosphere in the room. I thought it was a very lively group. I like the composition of the group, different backgrounds and different places that people came from.
I found this workshop to be really valuable. We're facing some really serious challenges around energy and climate change, and we know that to tackle those problems, it's going to involve the meaningful engagement of society. And this means that the social sciences and humanities are going to be central to addressing those challenges. What we found in the workshop today is that about 3 to 4% of European research funding goes into the social sciences and humanities. So there's huge inequalities in terms of where the resources, in terms of the science and research that we do in Europe are directed. And what we did in the workshop is we looked at this and seriously thought this through. And what was great about the workshop was how it brought together people from lots of different communities, both in terms of across the social sciences and humanities, lots of different disciplines were represented, and also policymakers and policy communities to address this challenge of how we bring social science humanities evidence forward to inform energy research and policy. And what came from this is a coming together where people exchange views openly and honestly, and I think we ended up with a diverse range of recommendations, which I hope will be taken forward, as the organisers said, to help shape the future European research agenda as it goes forward under Horizon Europe.
I found this workshop extremely interesting today. Thank you for having me. I liked especially the discussions on how evidence from the social sciences and humanities in energy can feed into policy making. I think you quite opened my eyes in terms of how we are wording the calls for our proposals and how this in turn influences how evaluators evaluate the proposals and which proposals we finally select. And in turn, of course, which evidence this produces that will feed again into policy making. So this will be certainly a point where I will be aware of in the future, along as the fact that it's important, to work with expert evaluators that span across different SSH disciplines, with a focus on humanities, which is also part and spans important disciplines, philosophy, even theology, which are not the standard disciplines. So thank you very much for this. And my recommendation is please continue with important projects such as energy shifts, because you have a very direct advisory role to policymakers at the European Commission, and I'm sure your results will be valued. Thank you very much.